Welcome back. This time we're going to talk about AWS VPC for machine learning infrastructure. So before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe, share with anyone you know taking the AWS Machine Learning Associate exam. So VPC, the Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, is a logically isolated section of AWS where you can launch resources in the network you define. It functions as your private data center within AWS. For machine learning workloads, network isolation and access control are essential. Secure access to training data in S3, RDS, Redshift, or Glue requires proper networking. Controlled outbound access from SageMaker notebooks, training jobs, or inference endpoints protects your models. Private integration with CloudWatch monitoring, Kinesis logging, or SageMaker model registry can maintain security boundaries. So what does that architecture look like? All right. The VPCs are regional virtual networks where you can define your CIDR blocks like 10.0.0.0, and then you can have subnets that partition VPCs at the availability zone level into public or private segments. Internet gateways enable internet access for public subnets. NAC gateways allow private subnets to access the internet securely. Route tables direct traffic within VPCs and to external networks. So, subnet design, 4ML. So when deploying SageMaker, Glue, or EMR jobs, network configuration depends on subnet design. Public subnets connect via internet gateway for jump boxes, bastion hosts, or APIs requiring internet access. Private subnets are preferred for data processing, model training, and inference, and they keep resources unreachable from the internet. SageMaker training jobs pull data from S3 and can remain completely within AWS private networks using VPC endpoints, avoiding internet exposure. So how do you get internet access? This is with the internet gateway, which attaches to the VPC and associates with public subnets. The NAC gateway is places in public subnets and allows outbound internet access from private subnets for stuff like installing Python packages during training. NAC gateway costs approximately 45 hundredths of a penny, right? Or I'm sorry, 0.45 cents, right? So per hour. So it's about $33 a month and about the same for each gigabyte processed. So to create them, you would go to the VPC console. Let's see if we can do this. VPC and the title. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there it is. Okay, so you got the internet gateway, NAT. There you go. So NAT gateway. All right, so internet gateways, you can attach this to the VPC. Name it, test, IGW, add your key value pairs, and you create it, right? And then from there, you can attach it. We're not going to do that because it becomes a pain to destroy these things. All right. And then for the NAT, similarly, you can create this NAT, test NAT, have a subnet it's associated with, public or private. You can create or allocate an elastic IP. All right. And then add your tags that are relevant. We're going to click cancel. All right. Let me make sure that IP isn't there. Let's go over here. Oh. Let's release that. Okay, so that's gone. All right, so that's how you would do that, okay? And you would associate it with your VPC. Okay. All right, so what's some ways to ensure security? So NACLs are one portion. These are stateless, and they require both inbound and outbound rule definitions. They apply at the subnet level and support both allow and deny rules. Security groups are an alternative. These are stateful with automatic return traffic allowance. They apply to EC2 instances or ENIs with allow rules only and can reference other security groups or IPs. For machine learning resources like SageMaker, SageMaker training, security groups are the main control mechanism. So use security groups for SageMaker. That would be my recommendation. So another thing you could do, logging. So VPC flow logs capture metadata about IP traffic going to and from network interfaces. You can use them for troubleshooting blocked SageMaker jobs You can investigate S3 access from Glue or EMR in private subnets, and you can audit outbound connections from training environments. So within the console, let's see. I don't see it. Flow. I don't see it. All right, let's see if I can find it. Flow logs there. Go into your VPC and then boom, click create flow logs here. All right. Then from here, be able to name it, set the filters, set the aggregation intervals every 10 minutes, every 1 minute, and then where's the destination? CloudWatch logs, Amazon S3, data firehose in the same account or a different account. Choose the log group, the destination of the log group. All right. And then service access. Do you need a new service role or you're going to use an existing one? All right. I don't think we have. Okay, we got those there. Then we can do what's the log format? AWS default, custom format, and then you can choose data metadata, right? You can see that format's right there. Add some tags if you need to, and then create it, and you're good to go. All right. So next would be, that's not what I was looking for. Endpoints. Yeah. So VPC endpoints. These privately access AWS services like S3, DynamoDB, SageMaker, and CloudWatch without using the public internet. So these endpoints, so gateway endpoints in particular, support S3 and DynamoDB for data access from private subnets. Then there's the other type, which are interface endpoints. And these support most other AWS services, including SageMaker, CloudWatch, KMS, Secret Manager, right? So for SageMaker and private subnets, you can create an interface VPC endpoint. Let's see. Where would that endpoint? Right here. Create the endpoint. So let's say SageMaker. All right. Choose the AWS services. SageMaker. Let's see which one I want. SageMaker. Yeah. See that interface right here? SageMaker Studio, or you could do the notebooks, right? Configure the networks, select the VPC, enable the DNS, and then the record type, and then click create, which we're not going to do. All right. Okay. Let's see. Next up, PrivateLink. Okay. So PrivateLink provides fully managed private connectivity to services across VPCs and accounts without VPC peering. So vendors exposing machine learning model inference APIs can use PrivateLink. Customers can subscribe, and connect privately via interface endpoints. And you have something like SageMaker, ECS, or Lambda services can expose APIs through PrivateLink. So the setup here would involve creating that network load balancer, creating the VPC endpoint, and then consumers can create VPC endpoints to connect to the network load balancers. Okay, so let's see. So hybrid connectivity. All right. So site-to-site VPN provides encrypted connections with moderate latency and minute-level setup. This is all over the internet. There's something like Direct Connect, which offers unencrypted by default connections with low latency, but it requires some time for provisioning and doesn't use the public internet. However, you can also use that with a VPN for encryption, which is recommended. For machine learning workloads, VPN can have that quick access from the on-prem datasets to the trained models in AWS. And Direct Connect can provide a secure, with the VPN, can provide a secure, fast data transfer for large-scale data sets. Okay, so VPC peering. So VPC peering allows private IP connectivity between two VPCs in the same or different AWS accounts. It's non-transitive, excuse me. So connections from VPC A to VPC B and VPC A to VPC C don't enable VPC B to VPC C. Side arrangers also must not overlap, so you can have a 10.0 and a 198.0, but you can't have two 10.0s, all right? So this can have you connecting machine learning training data stored in separate data VPCs, or you can share pre-trained models across teams and accounts. Okay. And then best practices. So machine learning workloads require secure, private, scalable access to training data, inference endpoints, monitoring tools, and inter-service APIs. VPC design is foundational to secure and reliable machine learning infrastructure on AWS. When you launch something like SageMaker, Glue, or EMR, you can use private subnets to protect resources from the internet to exposure. And you can use VPC endpoints for AWS services to avoid public internet routing as well. Then you'll monitor your traffic with VPC flow logs for troubleshooting and auditing. And then for SaaS integrations or secure business to business machine learning services, you can have something like AWS PrivateLink to maintain isolation. So for the exam, remember a couple of things. When questions are asked about securing SageMaker training jobs, accessing S3 from private subnets, or exposing machine learning inference APIs privately, understand VPC architecture. Then you can demonstrate practical knowledge of isolating and securing machine learning infrastructure while maintaining connectivity to data sources, AWS services, and external consumers. So thank you for joining. Before we go, hit the like button, subscribe, and share with anyone you know taking the AWS machine learning exam, and have a good day. Thank you.